Hello and welcome to yet another video blog. I'm Gareth Grundling. The topic of today's discussion is sugar alternatives, how we can avoid sugar, because we know that sugar is definitely not adding to our health. So, first and foremost, some of the negatives when it comes to sugar, and this is really just the tip of the iceberg, but we know that there's a lot of insulin spikes and crashes. The higher you go when you consume that sugar, the lower you're going to end up when it all crashes. We know teeth and bone decay are certainly negatively affected when we have increased sugar in our body, and we know that sugar is certainly a catalyst, mainly due to the insulin spikes, but sugar is a catalyst to all sorts of sickness, diseases, and troubles that many people end up having later in their lives. Last but not least, and as I mentioned, this is just the tip of the iceberg, adrenal fatigue, because we're constantly on a roller coaster. Now, we move along to how to identify sugar. And this is important because nowadays on a label, there's all sorts of words that don't actually say sugar, but they are sugar. So the first, most simple way that I try to identify sugar is look for things where it's ending with OS, O-S-E. So fructose, galactose, of course glucose, all sorts of words, typically scientific words that most of us can't pronounce, ending with OS. These are variations of sugar, and once you see that, you know that they're hiding the sugar somehow. Be very aware of words like natural, sometimes even the word free range. That does not necessarily mean it's organic, and oftentimes they might say it's natural sugar. Well, guess what? It's still sugar. Last but not least, when it comes to juices, this is typically where there's a lot of sugar hidden, and you might see some juices are from concentrate. What that basically means is it's coming from syrup, and what the syrup is basically some kind of purified version of sugar that all the sweetness is being held in there, and then they add water, and at the end of it, it's a nice juice, but it is full of sugar and it's not contributing to your health, at least in a positive way. Last but not least, and this is really the important part, what are the alternatives? So very important, organic. You want to make sure that these are organic as much as possible. So stevia, xylitol, and honey. Interesting note on xylitol, there are actually studies starting to show that it has benefits to our teeth and to our cavities. Fascinating. Interesting to see if that actually reaches the news and the public. And then honey. On the note of organic honey, many people love honey. I think many people are not aware that honey is oftentimes a very dirty industry. So if you're just getting honey in a jar and it's pouring out, typically at that point it's been processed. Organic, original honey is in the honeycomb. Like they show Winnie the Pooh has honeycombs and that's where he gets his honey from. That's a basic example of where to find good honey. So last but not least, fruits and roots. And some people may be saying, well, fruits and roots are full of sugar. Those sugars grow within those fruits and those roots, referring to maybe sweet potato, maybe beetroot, and the other one I really enjoy is carrots. All those sugars are a lot easier processed in our body. And we also know that when we are eating the fruits and the roots in their natural form, oftentimes raw, that it comes with a lot of fiber, and that also helps us digest that sugar a whole lot better. So I have here a few textbooks from Precision Nutrition. Thankfully, alhamdulillah, I am a qualified nutrition coach, and throughout these textbooks, one of the common things I noticed and continue to notice is that Precision Nutrition really promotes eating whole foods. And at no point in time are we trying to promote eating red foods for anyone who's done Precision Nutrition, or bad, junk, fake foods. So something to think about. Think about these alternatives where you can use them. Again, try get them in organic form, and keep your eyes open for all the ways which they hide sugar, because they do. I hope this helps. If you know someone who has a sugar problem, please send this along and share. I appreciate the support, and I look forward to the next video.